It's like my arch nemesis, but let's have a fun, full week of getting some stuff done. Hello everyone, and welcome to another studio vlog with me, Carolyn from Crafting with Glorious Purpose, where here we make unique and custom gifts for you or for that someone special. This week we're going to be doing more market prep. We have quite a few shows in September, so I kind of am using this time to build up some stock on some items that I think will do well. I can actually start doing holiday themed things for the fall and for Christmas, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm in the car right now because I'm going to be making a run to Dollar Tree real quick. We'll have my lunch break. I have a couple things coming up this week. I also have another order for some custom mugs, so I'm going to be working on those probably later in the week, maybe midweek. But I need to pick up a couple things that I was missing to complete some of my gift card holders. Like I said, I'm trying to get the packages together so that I can just sit and assemble them. So I realized I'm missing a few little things. I cut a bunch of snowflakes and got basically the packs all put together, and realized I was missing some blue peel and stick rhinestones. So I'm going to go and grab those while I'm out, and then I'm going to hit back to the craft room and start working on making some keychains. I got my cat designs all taken care of this weekend, so I will be offering the cat ones like I do with the dogs. And I got the backer cards set up, so it's going to be a lot of printing. And then once I get the sublimation printed, then I got to start sublimating those. But I want to get them all taped up and tape them and press them all at once, because I can fit them all on the press pretty easily. So I might make it so that one day I'm just doing pressing, so I don't have to do it for a couple days, then start to press and do it. So that's what we're going to be working on. So I'm going to go hit Dollar Tree here real quick, and then we'll be back in the office and try to finish up our lunch break with what we can get done. Okay, we're back from lunch. So we've got, I made it to Dollar Tree. I couldn't find what I was looking for. I swear they had these in turquoise, and the only ones that I could find were the diamond adhesive wrap. So I hope they're the same. The stone sizes are different, but yeah, I couldn't find the single ones. Our Dollar Tree is kind of like, I don't know. They're making a lot of changes. Not happy. But anyways. So this week I went through and I made my list, and it's getting to be more and more substantial as these weeks go by. So, like I said, I do have an order coming in. We'll be probably getting all of the merchandise and stuff tomorrow. I arranged to pick up with her. So I will be getting that order ready and out the door. What I want to do is finish up the gift cards. So like I had said, I was waiting on getting these blue, but I have like the rhinestones. I have it basically made like a little kit. So I have the backer cards. I have everything all ready. I just need to glue it, assemble it, and put it together. And then do my embellishments with my gel pens and such. So I have all of those packaged and ready to go. So I have this nice stack. So I'm going to take those with me tonight. Tonight's Monday, so that means it's a karate night, and I will be sitting in the car. So I think what I'll do is actually bring my glue, my tape, make myself like a little pack, take them with me, and see if I can knock some of those out while I'm just sitting there. I was going to draw, but I kind of want to get that worked on and get those out of here because they're taking up my entire space right now. I have ink out, and yeah, so that's priority. So I want to get those done, and then once those are finished, then I can put them and update my gift card inventory on Square so that I can make sure that I have the accurate amount of how many of each I have for the shows. I also want to press my cat keychains. So I spent a few minutes this morning. So if you remember when I was doing the video last week, I had like a strip of leftover sublimation paper, and I always keep my sublimation paper. So even if it's just, you know, a decent size, I can actually use that to print off keychains. So I have my kitties, and this was enough to get 2 keychains. So I have all these scraps that I printed. They're all kind of sitting over here. I have a few more that I need to print, but that probably won't be till tonight, as my lunch break is over. So I'm going to finish printing those off. I think I have another 4 keychains or so to print with the different cat breeds. And then I need to package them. So I got to print the backer cards. Did the same thing like I've done my previous ones. And I'll try to link that up here. I did a data merge with the cats, even though I don't have as many, and I could put them in easily, copy and paste in them, but I did it as that in case I added more. But I need to print the individual backer cards that have the name of the cat and the SKU number, so that I can enter those into Square. And that's the next thing on my list, was to enter them in my Big Cartel website and my Square. And then 2 things I have on my list that I want to work on, if I can get all this other stuff off my list, which I think will go quickly if I can get them done, is starting work on my next shadow box. And I have a bandana in mind. I want to do a Halloween bandana with a sublimation print on the back, and then on the front will be plain with a saying, so that it can be used both ways. But my shadow box, I want to work on the owl. Like, I'm really kind of chomping at the bit here to get started on a new owl, or new shadow box, and I want to do an owl for sure. So and I want to have that release around fall. So I want to throw up some new items, but they're not specifically for fall, but they will have some fall elements to them. So if you like owls, or you're a fan of the Teenage Wizard, that we can't say because that would be trademarked, that would be, you know, something for those types of fans. So it could be year round, but I really like that kind of spooky with the trees and the owl coming out of the box. So I want to work on that. So my hopes for this week is, if I can finish up gift cards tonight, or put a huge dent in them, and then press the keychains tomorrow, my Wednesday for karate can be drawing and working on my box. So that's my hopes. We'll see how on task I can stay. So I'm going to log back into work here since my lunch break is over. But just want to kind of give you the heads up what we're going to do this week. And yeah, good times. So let's have a fun, full week of getting some stuff done. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday. Today we are packaging up some of these gift card holders. I got a huge dent done last night. So I have this stack is completely completed. So I have my Fa La La, my Merry and Bright, another Fa La La, a Merry 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 Christmas, and then I have a Holly Jolly Vibes. So these ones are all completely done. The next stage, these ones are all completely done, with the exception that I need to glue my candy canes together. And then those will get attached inside the mug, like so. And these are on this group. So these ones are all completed with the exception of that. So this is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's another 6 of these ones that need to be done. Those I will be soon to cut them off my list. So I am well on my way to keep myself on track this week. I also yesterday set up all my cat keychains to be cut. So I have, these are my doggy ones. So I just made all the ones with cat breeds on them. So I have them cut out. They're sitting back here. I just need to trim them down and then tape them up and then sublimate them all at once. Then it would be, you know, sitting and watching TV and putting all the jump rings and stuff on. So I am in good shape for that as well. So if I can get the gift cards and those keychains done, that puts me at like 5 things I can cross off my list. And I'm one step closer to working on my shadow box and my pet bandanas. I also threw on Halloween towels because I didn't want to lose sight of that, because I would like to do some Halloween towels. So I have 10 minutes before I have to log into work. I came down here early to get some stuff started. So I'm going to try plugging away, gluing some of these so that I can get these assembled, hopefully at lunch. And then, oh, I will break in and show you this. So yesterday, and I posted this on my Instagram. So we came back from Arizona. I think we've cut our grass once because we did not get a lot of rain. I think and if we do, it gets rain so hard that the grass is just dry. So there's really nothing to cut. We have a couple spots with little tassels here and there, but we haven't really cut the grass in, I would say at least 2 weeks, but we've been outside. Like I've been pulling weeds. Grass won't grow, but weeds are growing. So we have this big tree in the front, which we love looking at whenever leaves change and stuff. And my husband comes in and goes, has anybody noticed the thing hanging in the front tree? And I'm like, no. We have a wasp nest the size of a human head hanging out of the tree. So far down that you would not be there's no way you would not notice it unless those things did that. I don't even know how you make a nest that big that quickly. This thing is huge. So I'm going to put a picture of it up here. They're coming today to dispose of it. So, I don't, and of course tomorrow's the first day of school. So we want to make sure we get rid of that because we have a bus stop up here and we want to make sure nobody sees it and wants to throw crap at it or wonder what it is and get stung. But of course they're not just bees, they're full-on wasps. And then, oh my God. So it never ends. It never ends. So yeah, we got to get rid of that. And they'll be here today to get it after lunch. So kind of have to like eat lunch and then be on the lookout for these guys coming. So I'll get all excited about that. So yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to get done at lunch, but I'm going to try to use this 10 minutes to finish off as much of this I can. And then, you know, go from there. Tomorrow probably will be getting the cats ready to sublimate. Getting them all taped up. That's the part that takes the longest, is getting them all taped and lined up correctly. The pressing takes a couple minutes, and so just putting the jump rings and stuff on. I'm not a fan of doing the jump rings because I think I said last time when we were making the dog ones, I'm not a jewelry maker. I don't have the time to sit there with tweezers and it drives me a little crazy. But I don't have as many cat breeds as I do dog breeds, so it should go quicker. But yeah. So I'm going to jump on this and we will catch at lunch if there's anything to see, but if not, I will catch you tomorrow. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Last night I got a good bit done. I mean, a good bit done. So all of these are completed. So I got the candy cane ones completed. So I opted to not put ink on them just because I think it's an added thing that I think I like, but you don't really notice it. So I eliminated that step for right now. I got all of these decorated. They are all ready to, and they're all closed up. I just need to put my branding sticker on them. I actually inked my pink ones and blue ones that I have left. Those are all the ones that say Joy. And I have the tape inside. I just need to glue them and assemble them. And I realized when I was making my little pouches for these that I have the whipped cream parts, but I don't actually have the backer for it. So I need to cut those and of course ink that and then assemble the little whipped cream parts. And then these are good to hurry up and whatever. So I have my backer, my sentiments. These are the only ones that I don't print. These are ones I actually cut out of the same color for the mug. And then I do the back pop-up on them. And I use these dots from the Dollar Tree, but I use every inch of this because the other part's just as sticky. I mean, it's got a top and a back, so I put those as my filler in the back. That way I use every inch of that product and I don't have any waste at all. So that leads me to these last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 6. And then all of my cards will be completed. And then today, after I get these cut, I have about 5 minutes before I got to log back into work. So for lunch today, I'm going to concentrate on finishing these up and getting these cat keychains taped up so that I can press them. I got all of the blanks yesterday for the custom mug orders and tumbler order. So I have 20 of those I need to press. I'm looking to, my goal is to have it done for the weekend. If not, definitely beginning of the week, next week, like for Tuesday. So I have, even if I just spend the weekend just sublimating, that'll be great. But I can send those to print and have them ready to go. So yeah, I think that's going to be my plan of attack. That puts me at Wednesday having all of the gift cards finished, and then I can get these cat keychains done and then spend my weekend for the order. That gives me Thursday and Friday to work on new stuff. So I'm excited to work on a new shadow box. I haven't done one in a while. I think my newest one obviously was for the collection with the fireflies. And I loved working on that one. That one was so much fun. But yeah, I think I'm going to do, I definitely want to do the owl. So I got to get, just sit down and actually start working on it. And I do want to make some Halloween towels too, to take some in-person events. I didn't apply yet, but I got a lead from a friend of a upcoming craft show, which ends up being the day after my really big one in October. So that would be a back-to-back weekend, and I've never done that before. I talked to my husband about it. Actually, I talked to both the boys about it, and I was like, so this one is really close. It's just down the road for us. And their thought was, well, we will already have the car packed from the previous show. So I don't know if this one's an indoor or an outdoor, but it looks like it's a car show and craft show. But it's at like a banquet hall. So I'm thinking the car show is probably outside and the inside is probably going to be where the vendors are. Or maybe they have them all together. I don't know. It would be awesome if it was indoor. But I sent for some more information on it because they were looking for vendors and they didn't have any information up other than the date, the time, and a contact. So I sent the email. I'm waiting to hear back the details. If the price is right, I might apply for it. but we wanted to get more details on it before we said we would do it. So hopefully I hear back today so we can kind of gauge, what's going to happen. But that is going to be that weekend's going to fly. Because we've never done this many shows in a couple months back to back like that. So I will have, the Moon Market, I have a lot coming up for shows, which is a good thing. It's all good things. So my only fear is that if I do really, really well at this Newcastle one and I sell out of stuff, I don't have time to prep something for the next day. So I will be limited to what stock I have at this closer event. So there's that. Although I do think my market, I think I have the time written down here. I got to look. The event's from 9 to 2 on Saturday. So I would have the evening to do little things, but I'm not going to be able to build a new shadow box in that time or something along those lines. So it would be cutting it close. I don't know. How many of you have ever done back-to-back markets like that? Probably would be it's going to be a great YouTube video for that week. Having 2 markets in 1 week or like back-to-back like that. But I'm leaning towards doing it just because I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to get out more and get more exposure. So but yeah, let me know in the comments if you've done 2 craft shows in a weekend or even in the same day. Like I don't know if I'm that, after 1 wipes me out. I don't think I want to stand for 2, but yeah, that would be a lot to have 2 in the same day, but yeah. All right. So I'm going to get everything ready and get back onto work here. I'm going to hurry up and get this set to cut these little whipped cream toppers so that I can have these easy to assemble and ready to go when lunchtime hits. And, yeah. So, but I don't want to go back to work. I really don't want to log into work at all. But, pays the bills at this point. So we're going to do it. Hello. It is lunchtime. And I just figured something out that I said I was going to try to troubleshoot, but I think I actually figured it out. So Munbyn, I bought this roll of 1-inch stickers. And this was before I realized that the little tabs inside my Munbyn doesn't close all the way to grab. Like they will do 1.5-inch stickers, but not 1 inch. So when this paper slides through, there's like a little bit of space on the sides. And I was trying to put like everything in there as a guide so that it would stay, because what was happening was I could get it. And I watched some tutorials online and they were helpful to a point. I did get it hooked up with my laptop so that I could create a template that was 1 inch, because you can't do that on the Munbyn app because they don't print at 1 inch. So my sticker is 1 inch. So I made a document that was 1 inch by 1 inch, made a circle, made my design, saved that out as an EPS, or not an EPS, but a PNG, I'm sorry. Exported it as a PNG. And then, which I already had my logo in the Munbyn app, easily enough. But what I did was I took that, and I'll put it here, the picture. The circle that I had for my logo was for, the bigger size. So I actually, it doesn't look like this, but I had my logo, just nothing else, just the logo in the middle. And I printed it just to see, because I was having a hard time getting it to connect to my laptop, because I was going to try to just print it from my laptop. and it wouldn't, it kept saying that the printer wasn't connected, even though I've done it. I did it before and all my logos turned out very blurry. It was because it was moving around so much in here, so it wasn't getting a crisp cut or crisp print because it wasn't hitting, you know, whatever. So I did not get it to work. It wouldn't recognize the printer even though the driver's there and it worked in the past. For some reason it was showing that the printer was offline. So I did a test print on my app with my regular logo at this size on the small here. And what it did was it printed it. Did I still have it? I don't know if I still have it. I might have thrown it away. It printed it over. Oh yeah, I do still have it. So it printed it like that, which made me think, well, if it can print it and it sees it as one sticker, what if I made two logos on one sticker? So that's what I did. And then I got that. So I did that on the app. I made it look like what I showed you. I had to make some adjustments because this was the first run. So it put, the second one was perfect, but the top one needed to go up higher. So then I adjusted it. And then it printed perfect. So I did some various ones. And what I noticed before on my old stickers was it closed in all of the, like in the R's and the E's, all the little holes were filled in. And that was because it was moving. But I was able to get a nice crisp cut. So the only reason why I was trying this was because I used these on some packaging, and especially for these. So this is one I have, and I made this one out of sticker paper. Same thing with the back. So my thinking was, is if I get that, I can just print these. I won't have to print it, put it in the Cricut, cut it, then find out I still need two more, have to print another sheet. This way I can print them as I need them, but I also can print a whole bunch, you know, for whatever. So with all that said, I did the exact same thing with the word gift card holder so that I could do 2-up on these. So I now have my little gift card holder sticker to put on the front, and I also have this to put on the back. I don't know, I was thinking about putting this on the back. I just don't know if that's too big, but I do like having the web address and the socials on there. So I might upgrade these to this and only use this for little sticker and price tags. But wow. So my accident of doing this, where did it go? I keep losing it. Doing this by accident, printing one, gave me the, what if I print 2-up on a sticker? So this way I am able to use it. So let me show you my MacGyvered Munbyn, because there was still the issue of it moving around in the thing because the little guides didn't touch. So let me show you what I did to make this work. So here is my Munbyn, and this is what I did to get the 1-inch stickers to work. So what this is these are the foam tape strips that you get from the Dollar Tree in the packs. And all I did was I put them along, I made this with the tape in the middle, or the stickers, and I moved this in as best as I could and put one of these on each side so that this would be centered. And then once I put the tape in there, I brought it out so that it was straight, and then I added just a couple here just to guide it when it was coming out and over the roller, and it worked fine. So now when I'm not printing these, I can take this off and I can actually either reuse them, or I, you know, because I mean the other side I didn't expose the tape on this side because this is the double stick foam. So I could flip it over and use the other side if it didn't get sticky, or I could just cut new because this is so cheap. But But what I'm going to end up doing, I think, is printing as many as I need, doing like a big run of it so that I have it for a while and I don't have to do this as often. But yeah, this has worked out perfectly. So this way it prints it 2 up and I don't need to worry about it. Okay, so that went really well. I love how easy this was after doing, you know, all the testing and stuff. I got all these made. I figured I'd use these instead of this for right now, only because I made these and I kind of want to use them. So I have a bunch of these made. I can clip them together, and then I think what I'm going to do, I want to work on these I want to get these cats started, but I can't do anything because this table is a total train wreck. So I'm going to work on cleaning this up first, and then hopefully what time I have left, I might be able to at least cut them. I might not be able to tape them all, but it'll at least get me partially there. So let's clean up this mess since these are all completed, and I can get started then on these keychains. All right, so some of these printed a little wonky. So these were the leftover sheets from when I did my mugs. So I ran them through and was able to get at least 2 key changes on each of the pages. But for some reason, like on this one, it decided to do something stupid. So I reprinted some of these in various stages here just to make sure that I had a good one for each cat. Like this one I had to do it twice because these ones got cut off, but there was one good one like this one here. It printed like an extra little yellow, and then that one got kind of smoochy. So I can use these 2 and then pull these 2 from here. This one was good. This one did not print good. It did not like the black cat, but I was able to get one good one out of both. So this one will be another one that I have to marry up. This one was also one that did not print well. Did I print another one? I did not. Yeah, that one definitely did not like this one. So I don't have a second one for this. So I'll have to reprint this guy. But not too bad. Sounds like somebody just got hit by a lawnmower. I hear my neighbor out there cutting grass, so sorry if that's what you hear. It sounds like he hit something. So I'm going to get started on cutting these up and getting them ready for my keychains. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Thursday. So I completed all of these yesterday. They all have the labels, the stickers with the price on them, and they're packaged and ready to go. So what I'm going to do to spend my last 10 minutes before I have to jump onto work is entering these into Square. Then I can get these checked off my list. Yesterday at karate, I actually spent some time and did something new. So I'm going to be working on a candy corn pet bandana. I'm going to sublimate the back and have that be the pattern. And then the front is going to be just on black with vinyl. And I have this as the design for Happy Halloween. So I'm going to work on that hopefully today. I still want to work on these cat keychains. I was having a hard time getting these lined up. I've got I think 5 taped up, so I still have quite a few cats to do yet. And I'm in good shape. I mean, the hardest part is getting the cats done. So the cats are done. Supplementing them and all that other stuff shouldn't take that long. But what I want to do is get my candy corn. Oh, actually, I can show you the candy corn background. So this would be my pattern. I had this created. So I'm going to make that the back of the bandana, which will be black with the candy corn, and then the front will just be plain black with the sublimation on it. So I'm excited to do that. And yeah, I'm hoping that I can get some of this little stuff off my list. I still need to work on my order. I'm hoping to work on that tonight after work. Don't have any plans, so nowhere to run, nowhere to do anything. So I think I'm going to sit and concentrate on getting those done. I might even actually send them to the sublimation printer so that they're printed, and then I just have to work on them. But yeah, I'm in really good shape. I didn't cross anything completely off my list. I did finish the gift card, so I can take that off, but I'm going to add them into Square so I can cross that off. I have the next chunk is 3 of these. So one is to print and press the keychains, package the keychains, and then list them. Candy corn pet bandana, I got the concept done, so that's ready to go. And I tried working on some Halloween towels last night. I've got some wording, but I want to get some graphics made and try to figure out what I'm going to do there. So I do have a head start on that as well. So that's on my list as well. So moving along. So I think today at lunch, I'm going to try to tape up more of the cats, get these ready so I can clean off these. And then that'll give me space to start cutting fabric for the sublimation of the pet bandanas, because I got to make the pattern and then cut out the part to actually sew the bandanas. So without that being said, I'm going to start working on these in Square and then get on to work, and I will catch you at lunch. All right, lunch break is well underway. I'm about halfway through-ish. I got all but 4 cats pressed. I have 2 cats that I ran out of blanks, and I have 2 cats that did not press the way I would have liked. So this guy's a little off-centered. And he's off on both sides, so I must have fallen asleep when I was lining this one up. And the other one was a little too far down for me. I want to bump it up a little bit because his chin is like very dangerously close. So those 2 are no's. So I will just have to do those another time. The other 2, I didn't have enough to press. And I did realize that I made a card for one, but I don't have the cat, and I'm having a hard time finding him. I hope I didn't save over him. But I'm going to have to do some digging and see if it's on my laptop or if it's still on my my iPad. I might need to send it over and then set it up to print, but I don't have the tuxedo gray short hair. I have the long haired, but I don't have the short hair. So I need to, that's 1, 2. I have 2 that I didn't press, 2 that I screwed up, and 1 that I don't know what happened to it. So I have 5 cats that I still need to add to the mix, but the bulk of them are finished, which is awesome. So now I get the tedious task of putting the chains, the jump rings, and all that good stuff on, and the little the little paw prints. So I got the backer cards, as you see. Those are printed, and yeah, I just need to package them. Then these are ready to list onto the website. I'm gonna shoot a reel probably to kind of hype them up before I put them on the site, just to kind of drop interest. And that is a huge check off the list. And I'm trying to copy over my pattern, but AirDrop is not working today. It's telling me it keeps failing, so I don't know what's going on. Even though they're in my file here, but it's saying it failed. But it did copy it over. So I'm going to work on this next. I'm going to work on getting, I'm going to check my stash and see if I need to make more fabric to make the dog bandanas. And then I'm ready to hit the ground running for this, because I really want to get these listed sooner than later. I did make my shadow boxes for fall and Halloween, so I have 2 that I've made in the past. One's a house with pumpkins, and then one is jack-o'-lanterns with a spooky haunted house. So I have both of those, and I toggled them as from hidden to live, so those are ready on the site. I have my Boo shirt listed, and I'd like to get these bandanas up because I think that those might be really cool. So I'm going to work on those next and get some fabric cut and test out the print and see what it looks like. I'm pretty confident it's going to be okay. So, you know, I'm not too worried about it. And then I just need to measure my Halloween and get those cut on the Cricut so that I can apply those. So I'm going to send this over to my laptop and we're going to get going. Happy Friday, y'all. It is Friday. Okay, so today, not going to do a whole lot at lunch, so just wanted to break in and kind of give you a stat where we are today. So I printed and pressed my bandana background. So that is all completed. This piece was already made with the stabilizer, whatever, fusible, whatever, on the back. And I have my black cut and pressed. So now I just need to cut out the vinyl. And if I get time, I'm going to try to do that today. But priority will be the order that I have 20 drinkware, I guess to say. I have 4 mug tumblers with handles, 6 ceramic mugs, and then 8 actual skinny tumblers to press. I want to get those started. I did the handle one, the 4 last night, and then I'm going to do the rest either tonight or do chunks of them while I can open the doors. Because it stinks a lot. So I have it right by, that's the nice thing about having my little cart for my sublimation. I can move it to the ventilation. So that is going to be something I'd like to get done all at once, so that if it's going to stink, I can air it out at the same time. We're in here kind of early and the sun is just starting to come up. So it is a gorgeous sky out there right now. So yeah, if you see the sun starting to come through. Last but not least, I got all of the cats that like I said, I still have the ones I need to press. However, all the other ones are completed and packaged. So I got them all in. I'm going to try here this morning before logging on to work. I've got about 45 minutes or so. I'm going to start putting those into Square and then looking at maybe adding these to the shop. But to do that, I need to create a whole new listing that's just cats. So I got to work on that. So yeah, that will be something I do here this morning. And so I can cross that off my list. Candy corn bandana. Like I said, I just need to cut the vinyl. I'm going to try to do the candy corn colors. So I have yellows, I have oranges, I have whites. I try to use limited white on this one and try to use up some of the other vinyl I have. So that will go well and get rid of that stuff. And then I did finish up my baskets as far as I can go. So I have I was able to glue and fix the front of the box that was ripped. But I got the pink tissue paper and I got the shirt, and then I'm going to put some smaller stuff in here for the shows. I just haven't figured out what that is yet. So I have that one ready, and then I have my blue shirt all ready. So that one's all done. And we are well on our way to having those. And thankfully, those are the only ones that I need to bring baskets for, which is nice. I hate giving away a whole bunch of merchandise, right at the beginning of the show. Like I know that's how they make their money at some of these events, but some of the table fees are so expensive on top of giving a raffle basket. It's like, come on. So yeah, I'm starting to build a good bit of stock here for these upcoming shows. So I'm feeling good. I'm in a good spot. So if I can get the bandana going and I can actually start my shadow box, I might have to move the shadow box to the weekend. That might be a sit and watch a movie night or something and work on that. I do have a sketch done for it, how I have it in my head and how I want it to look. But drawing it into the computer after having a sketch is 2 different things. So that sometimes it completely gets away and off track from what I had, because I need to make it cuttable. If it's too intricate, then it just rips or tears, and I don't want that. So that's going to be my main focus for right now. I mean, I got all of these I put so that they're standing up, but these are all my gift card holders. And yeah, so we made a great dent in our list this week. So I can't complain that I didn't finish it, but it was very ambitious, and I'm glad that I was able to get most of this done. So like I said, first and foremost, I got to get that order taken care of. So that'll be a lot of printing, lining up, and sublimating. So that's, at least I can get help on that one. And my husband's very good at doing the mugs and stuff, so I can have some help there. But for yeah, I think for the rest of the morning, I'm going to work on getting these cat keychains listed. Then I can start taking stuff that's listed in Square and ready to go out of my craft room into my bin. So then I have space to do other things, you know, like spread out and make bandanas. So I am going to let you go for this one. If I do some other stuff, I'm going to put it into the next vlog. So I will have, you know, pressing mugs and maybe getting some stuff together. Maybe I'll sit and I'll do some drawing with my owl. But yeah, I don't want to make this one too long, because the closer we start getting to prepping markets or the days of the market, I want to make sure that we have, you know, coverage and time to show that kind of stuff. But thank you for my new subscribers. I have a few more. I checked as of last night, I was at 68, I believe, which is great. Welcome. I hope that, you know, hope you're enjoying. I want to give an accurate number here. But if you don't subscribe, think about doing it. It helps me out a lot. Yep, holding strong at 68. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Especially on if you're doing more than one market in a week. I would love to know how you guys do that. Because this will be the first time. I haven't signed up officially yet, but she did respond back with it's going to be a car show and craft show. So the craft show, I believe I'm like 99% sure the way she worded it, that the craft show's inside, which will be fabulous, because I hate doing, after a certain point, the weather gets unpredictable. So if I can be inside, I'd rather be inside. I hate, and it's not even the rain or the cold, it's the wind that I hate. That's like my arch nemesis. But hopefully you guys got something out of this and can leave me some comments. So I will catch you next week. We'll be doing some more of this prep work and trying to hopefully get some new products made. And yeah, we'll catch you next week. So thanks again for watching, and have a great weekend, guys. Bye.